turning up the heat. T-Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL Sports Show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T-Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart with the soul so free. My ATL Sports Show, it's the place to be. T-Will, taking flight. Falcons and Braves, yeah, we're feeling right. So bring that energy, let the city resonate. With T-Will on the mic, we're gonna celebrate.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to a very quick pop-up show with two young men that I am very tight with, very close to. In the bottom, we have Mr. Lamar Johnson, who I went to high school with, is my best friend. I know this dude over 40 years. We met in biology doing a rap about lipids. I personally think my verse was fire. His was pretty good, too. Whatever. And over to the right, my guy Debo, man. This is my guy, my dude here. And hey, man, I am definitely amongst family here. And tonight, I know you guys are like, wait a minute, what's up with this, T-Will? We are talking about AI in sports. It's a real quick 15, 20-minute preview of what you're going to see on Thursday night. So first and foremost, Mr. Lamar Johnson, welcome to the show. Welcome to the interweb. Welcome to the podcasting world. How are you doing, brother? Tell us a little bit about yourself. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to be here with you guys. Hey, you done talked about me enough on here. They know who I am.
Well, so I tell you what's funny is that Lamar and Debo remind me of it. It's probably why I'm so close to Debo, because he reminds me of Lamar. And it's funny because Lamar called it out one day because he watches our show and he was like, yeah, I you know what I mean? Debo doesn't take your shit or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it reminds me of you in that way. We got my brother in the chat. LBB, what up, Eric Parker? How you doing? All right, gentlemen. So Lamar, welcome. As always, your home, brother. Anywhere I am, you got a place. I feel the same way about you, Debo. I feel the same way about my brother, Eric Parker, who's in the chat. But really quickly, let's get to it. We're talking about AI in sports. Okay, we're talking about AI in sports. AI, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you do, but just in case there's somebody who doesn't, is artificial intelligence. It is essentially artificial intelligence in everything we do, whether that's Siri on your iPhone or Gemini on your Samsung or Chat GPT or Copilot in your Microsoft. It's essentially an automated program that helps you to do, it helps you to accomplish tasks. Okay. And we were just sitting around talking, Debo's in his smoking chair. The only thing he's missing is his smoking jacket. That's it right there. His name shouldn't even be Debo. It should be Player Debo for this show. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a segment for all of our shows going forward called Player Debo, and he's gonna be in his chair dispensing his wisdom. But what we're talking about tonight, just very quickly, is ultimately where do we see AI going in sports? Okay. Now, these two gentlemen, as you might guess, as they are alike, disagree with me on where AI is going. So let me give you an example, right? And guys, you can chime in. I'm just setting it up for everybody out there in the chat. So we've been sitting here talking, guys, about what, about an hour or so, maybe 30, 40 minutes. I don't know, 45 minutes, something like that. All right. Now, what Lamar and Debo are saying, right? Well, let me take a step back. What we agree on is that if not now, in the immediate future, you will probably have AI involved in coaching decisions in football, right? So, for example, it's 3rd and 2. The Falcons are playing the Saints, right? The Saints are on defense. The Falcons are on offense. The AI for Zach Robinson says the Saints typically like to get in a blitz format on 3rd and 2, go man-to-man on the islands and clog up the lane, whatever play that is, right? 70% of the time they do this. The AI wants to run this play. However, Zach Robinson because he's privy to certain information, knows that Bijan Robinson does better if we run a toss sweep on this play, and the Saints hadn't been able to stop it in 3 times that they've faced each other. So Zach Robinson decides to go against the AI, whatever. But anyway, I can see AI being used in that. In baseball, right? Let's say it's the 6th inning, and let's say that Spencer Strider's thrown 100 pitches, and he's great, but he's about to go into the 7th inning, and it's the 3rd time around that the Yankees have seen him, and the AI says to pull him, but Snitch says, no, I'm going to let him go another inning. That's what we're dealing with now. What my friends and compadres are saying here, okay, and Lamar and Debo, y'all keep me straight. What they're saying is ultimately where AI is going to go is that there won't even be players. There'll be avatars, right? There'll be avatars. So in other words, think of it like Madden, right? Except you're watching football with avatars on Sunday. Okay. So think of it like Madden. It's an AI game, but they're no longer players. They're just avatars. And you're watching this. Okay. And you're going to sit down on Super Bowl Sunday, have dinner, have everybody over, have Uncle Devo in his smoking jacket and his smoking chair, have Uncle Lamar come over and talk trash to you and play spades. And you're going to watch these avatars. Now, where we disagree is I think that the current generation of Gen Xers and our kids are not ready for this. I purposely think it's going to take about 30 years for you to get to the point where human beings would actually watch avatars for sport. These gentlemen disagree, thus the debate. So, this is all I'm going to say. Debo, Lamar, make your case.
No, first of all, you knocked 10 years off of that. If I'm correct, Debo, wasn't it 40? He said 40 to 60.
He said 40, he said 40 years.
Okay, 40.
He said 40 years,
40.
bro.
Okay, 40. 40. Fine.
And then you watered it down so basic. Of course, for this to happen, there would be a lot of preparation. Like they'll be preparing people, you know, for the avatars to be in there. It's got to be some incentive. Like, say, for example, you're a great Madden player, and Madden all of a sudden you can produce a player yourself, and now you can get this player drafted. There's going to be incentives to make the younger generation want to do it. I don't think that's like 40, 50 years off, like you're saying. I don't even think it's 30 years off. That's the point I'm making.
And the point I'm making, I said that shit could possibly happen within the next 5 years.
Right.
The reason I say that. All right, that interrupt you, bro. That interrupt you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Here's the deal. I said the way AI is going right now, and the way it's structured at a rapid pace, it's very possible within 5 years there could be a simulated game that could be watched more than the Super Bowl. And I totally agree. I totally stand by that. Just by the way technology and AI is going right now. And the reason I say that is because you're not telling the whole story, T. Will. We said individuals right, and you said somebody who's 30 years old is not going to watch that. I said in 5 years, somebody who's 19, 20, 21 years old right now, and all they do is on their phone. If you can ask a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old to either be on their phone or watch TV, which one you think they're going to take? They're going to say be on their phone.
I'll give you that.
Right. Okay. So within the next 5 years, if they can do it, if the NFL or any league can do a simulated game on your phone that's sponsored by social media, where it's interaction, hashtags, all that, which one do you think you're going to watch? At that point, they'll be 26, 27, 28 years old. So right now, someone who's 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, etc., in 5 years, is going to be that time frame we talked about, 26, 27, 28, 29, where all they know is their phone. I keep preferencing that shit. All they know is their phone. That's it. They're not going to sit down and watch no damn Super Bowl. They're going to go on their phone, interact, and if some league, if the NFL, whatever, decide to do an AI event which rivals the Super Bowl, I think that AI event worldwide will be watched more than the Super Bowl?
Hey, think about it. People are watching the Puppy Bowl. What is that?
Thank you, exactly.
Are they watching at the numbers that they watch the Super Bowl?
They're not the same.
Bro, they're watching that
Thank
shit,
you.
bro. They're watching the fuck out of that
Thank you.
shit.
They're
But
not watching
everything
it at
comes
the
in a
numbers that they
progression.
watch the Super Bowl. They're not doing that. And they're not gonna do that, right?
That's an example, bro.
T Will. During the Super Bowl, the NFL actually had something where they had SpongeBob or SpongeBob characters act like they're players, and people watching the fuck out of that shit.
Did they watch it at the numbers that they watched?
No, not right now. No. Are we talking about right now? Or are we talking about 5 years from now?
Everything that they're doing with the Puppy Bowl and with like what he said with the SpongeBob, they're testing it. They're testing it now.
You know what, guys? And I'm not saying they're not tested. I'm just saying the general populace is not ready for that right now, and they won't be ready.
You keep saying right now, bro. We're talking about. You're talking about this is going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen in 40 years. It's happening right now, whether we like it or not. This is going to happen within the next 5 years, bro. I promise you.
Scenario, Terry. Let's just say 3 years from now, God forbid, there's another pandemic. Okay, this one is worse to where they can't even go play football. Nobody can be around each other at all. They can't go play football. Do you think if it's almost time for the Super Bowl that they wouldn't do like what Debo said, broadcast a Madden-like version of the Super Bowl and nobody would watch it? And we all locked in our houses.
Yeah, I think people would watch it. I don't know that they would watch it to the extent that they do now. And obviously, Lamar, you're talking about a dystopian society at that point, right? Because if it's to the point that you have massive death, you have to be way beyond COVID.
Well, I ain't saying nobody died. I'm saying like COVID was. You know, we were at home for a long time.
Right, but what I'm saying is nobody in our age group is going to watch that. Nobody in our kids. So look, I don't think I'm telling y'all. I mean, whatever. Y'all, Debo, you're 4 years younger than me. Lamar, you're too much older than me. We're all in our 50s. Wait, yeah, I'm about to be 55. You about to be 50. Lamar and I are 54. Lamar's about to be 55 because he's older than me. He's older. Haha, old man. Anyway.
Probably taller too.
He said what? Hey y'all, this is my brother. I brought my brother on.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on? Hey, so here's what I'm saying, right? This is all I'm saying. Okay. I can't see anybody in our age group, and Eric is 46. Were you 47?
Nah.
You 45?
Nah.
You 48?
Damn, bro. Pause. Okay. Time out. You know how old your own fucking brother is, bro?
Bro, I barely keep up with how old I am. Okay?
Jeez. I don't know how old he is either.
Thank you. I know how old my kids are, and I keep up with how old my wife is, but that's it. Okay? It's debatable how old I am sometimes. So Debo, you're and again, Lamar, Debo, I'm not saying that this won't happen. I definitely think it will. And we got.
I don't even think it'll happen.
Oh, no, I think it will. I think it will eventually.
I think that you may have that too, but I don't think it will replace live sports. I think they lose too much money replacing live sports.
The only way I can see it replacing live sports, and heaven help me for saying this, but the only scenario, let's say a nuclear bomb went off. Let's say there was a situation where there was cataclysmic loss of life, right? And you're trying to build back the spirits of the people. Now, why you would have a nuclear bomb go off and still have technology, whatever, but just work with me. There was some sort of cataclysmic event that put us into this post-apocalyptic dystopian society where you don't have a lot of people because of radiation defects, or you just don't have that many athletes right now. This scenario I could see, but that is the only way I could see that happening in 5 years to where you have that many people that say, you know what, I don't want to watch the live thing anymore. I want to watch avatars, right? But hang on, guys. Hold on one second. So Jordan says if there's another pandemic, the odds of this will increase from 10 to 15 years to 5 to 7 years. So Jordan kind of halfway agrees with you guys. Oh, we got my daughter. You know what? Y'all gonna have to give me a minute, okay? Because this is my daughter. I gotta brag on her. This is my daughter. Okay.
Hey,
This is my daughter. Her avatar, her handle is Rollo, but her name is Mariah. She is my baby. Lamar knows her. Eric knows her. Debo met her, and this is my baby girl. And I believe this is the first time she's in here. So hey, Mariah, how you doing, baby girl? I hope all is well. Just remember, Daddy's right. Okay, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say who's she agreeing with. Let's ask.
She's gonna agree with y'all just to piss me off. All right, so
nah, because I'm on your side. So
there you go. There you go. There you go. Jordan says if there's another pandemic, it would go from 10 to 15 to 5 to 7. Lisa Shepard, a friend of the show, and hell, you may as well call her an honorary member of For My ATL Sports because she's helped me in tremendous ways. Says it will be popular with the younger age demographic. My age bracket is not interested in watching a simulated Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying.
All right, can you stop right there? Let me give you an example of something.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to when we were younger. My parents is the age bracket, right? And we were the kids. Do you remember carrying a pager?
Yeah.
Did your parents ever say, what the hell are you carrying a pager for? You got some executive job or something? They would have never done nothing like that. But fast forward, guess what I bought my father maybe like 2 or 3 months later? I bought him a pager. I bought my mother a pager. And they walked around with them. Nobody paged them on it, but they accepted and they thought it was cool. Had the little cool case. Remember I used to buy the cases and put on them and everything?
Yeah.
We convinced them that it was a cool thing to do and to have. Well, if nothing else, I can call you on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that will happen is our kids will convince us, just try it. Just, once you get
that's not a convincing thing though. That's you didn't have a choice. Technology evolved. If you don't want to switch phones, your phone won't work.
But we're talking about a pager. Like, what did we ever really need to pay? We still had to go to a payphone to actually talk to somebody at the time. We didn't
but nobody has a pager now though. They got phones.
Technology advanced. That's what the point I'm making.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But that go back to what Terry's saying. If everybody got nuked or something, then you don't have no choice but to do that to keep sports going. I could see that happening then. But just to replace live sports out of the blue, I don't see that. I think they lose too much money doing it.
So guys, give me 1 sec because I want to catch up with everybody.
Well, Jordan, Eric, man, before you go to you, Will, I don't think they will because you're looking at, and correct me if I'm wrong, homie, you're looking at as if they're going to lose money by viewership or people actually going to the game. But if you got companies sponsoring this whole viral thing, AI thing, the league would make way more money than what they're making right now.
And they're not paying
so. I don't think so. I could not disagree more. And the reason I say that is because people have to watch it, right? Like,
right.
And they will. And they will. And they will.
I don't think that'll get as many views as what you're getting off of live sports, though. This is somebody actually doing that versus watching somebody play a video game, basically.
Well, hang on right there, because I really want to catch up. Jordan says, I would only watch if I know the AI analyzed every snap of a player to determine the percentage of specific movements being made. If they just analyze a few players here and there, no. And Jordan is in his early 20s, right? Jordan is in his early 20s. But, well, Mariah, you're out there. Would you watch a simulated Super Bowl, right? Because even the guys on this panel, we're split 50-50. Well, I'm assuming Lamar, you and Debo would watch it, correct? Right now.
Watch it just to be interested.
Me?
I totally watch it. I would.
Okay, so I would.
I'm not watching it.
I wouldn't. I know Eric. So we're split 50-50. Jordan says he would with certain parameters. Mariah, would you watch it? And I don't think Lisa would. But Lisa, if you would watch it, Let us know. Drop in. As a matter of fact, everybody in the chat, if you would watch right now a simulated Super Bowl.
See, doing this shit again, bro. Is not. You keep saying right now. We're talking about 5 years from now.
Okay, 5 years from now.
5 years from now, technology can be totally different.
Thank you.
But you could do that now. That's just like right now. I miss
right now.
football. I wish football was here right now. I'm not finna go cut on Madden and watch a simulated game just because I miss football right now.
Y'all forgetting that they have, before they bring this out, they're gonna make it the popular thing to do. You got media influence. Everything is gonna be geared toward that, to where you're gonna be interested in. Let me just watch it just to see what it is. That's how they do everything.
On top of that, we're talking about this ain't no video game shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look like
though.
Actual
you really talking about Madden Tournament 2.0.
No, if you look at certain commercials right now, you can't. Most of them are AI. It looks real, but it's AI. We're talking about it's going to look like that, not like you playing Madden where it's still cartoonish. It's going to look like real people on the screen.
When the last time you played Madden?
I mean, Harry works my tail in it every time, but I'm saying still you can tell it's not the real thing. This AI they got now, they could have me doing something and I wasn't even there, and you wouldn't know. You would think it was really me.
All right, let's put it to the chat. Everyone in the chat, if you would watch an AI Super Bowl, and guys, I'll even put 5 years on it. If 5 years from now you have the opportunity, would you watch an AI Super Bowl knowing it's AI? Now, maybe they're not cartoon characters. Maybe they look just like regular people. They look like us, but you know it's AI. Would you watch it knowing that these are not human beings doing these things, competing these feats? If you would watch it, drop a 1 in the chat. If you would not watch it, drop a 2. All right, let's catch up. Jordan says Madden tournaments have tens of thousands of, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. I think there's a chance this gets millions of views with better marketing. So Jordan seems to be on you guys' side. Mactown Dirty, what's up, fam? Jordan says AI sucks, by the way. Terminator franchise and Ultron proved that. There you go, Jordan. A1 Forever says, hold on, what happened? we're talking about AI. And I that's my bad, Chris. I put A1 because I was in a rush because I was excited. I should have put AI. But yeah, we're talking about AI, Chris. Lisa Shepard, you lose the in-person tailgating experience, pre and post-game field experiences with the players, and so much more. Thank you for bringing that up. So
the NFL, they won't care about that shit. Eventually, you will adjust. The NFL don't care about no damn tailgaters.
Who wouldn't care? People that spend their money to go to buy.
You losing money right there. You still losing
money. Like I said a little bit ago.
You losing billions of dollars right there.
If you got major corporations sponsoring this, who has more money, major corporations or fans?
The NFL.
All right, let me rephrase that question. Where would NFL benefit more, from major corporations or fans?
Both of them. They do both of them though.
I just look. I'm not saying it can't happen. I just don't see it happening 5 years from now.
I got you.
The major corporations that are spending money with the NFL are spending it because of the fans. They buy them tickets and give them the fans.
All right, so Lisa Shepard says, I'm not watching that. I enjoy live sports too much. Jordan says, my guess is they would do that because of safety of the game continue to be an issue. Tech advanced as much. I think there's a chance that it happens a few decades from now.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Jordan made a good point. He said a good point. Everybody's so focused on the game, where, to be honest with you, more people now are not in high schools is being focused on not so much regular football, flag football, because of the safety of the game. Eventually, I think the football that we know and love. I want to preface that the football right now that we know and love is getting phased the fuck out.
I don't think so. It may not be a human playing it though. What if they put the AI on one of Elon robots and then play had that playing?
That's a possibility too.
Possibility. Hey, T-Boy, I gotta head out, bro.
Oh, okay. Hey, Debo, I appreciate you for joining me, man. Tell these folks where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, man. Debo Vibes on YouTube, Debo Vibes on TikTok, the real Debo Vibes on IG. And yeah, we'll talk about more on Thursday, bro.
Thursday night, brother. I will see you. Hey, be safe, Debo.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Hey,
All
Debo.
right, bro.
Oh shit, Debo's got a show tomorrow on the 90s. I meant to, but he's got a show tomorrow on the 90s. So check him out.
Hey, let me ask a question, man.
What you got?
All right, so what got me here with sports, because that's y'all thing, really. I'm into music. I've been making music for years or whatever, right? This AI thing came into the music. And now you can make a song in like 30 minutes. Where, before I used to have to write the song, come up with the music, play the music, sing it, all this stuff, right? And then you got Timbaland, who just signed an AI artist. This artist got a contract, not even a real person. So music is going in that way. So now you got people that are putting out albums and stuff where they can just take AI and make a complete album, sell it, making money. If they did that in NFL, would you not watch? If you could have a create an avatar, as you call it, and this thing could get drafted, and now you got a contract. Somebody that normally is just sitting at home watching the game. Now you got a contract where you're getting paid for your player to be out there playing. Would you not watch it then?
No.
Would it not be interesting to you then?
No, because for me, my whole interest in sports is to watch these guys do things that I can't do. My interest in sports is not only that, but the historical aspect of these guys are now doing this. These guys are now hitting 60 and 70 home runs. 30 years ago, they were hitting 40 and 50. These guys are now throwing for 4,500 to 5,000 yards a season. Before they were throwing for 3,500 to 4,000. It's the element and the evolution.
Here's the key point, though.
Human condition.
We're talking about us. Right? We know that we don't want that, right? Now ask your daughter, ask Jordan, if now they got a chance to put an avatar in the game that they can have a contract and they're making revenue from it, would they want to be a part of that?
So here's what I will say in regards to that. I don't know that Mariah would. I definitely don't think Zach would. Maya might, but Maya is not a hardcore sports fan.
Exactly. That's what I think it would have to take. Is somebody that's really not a sports fan. I don't think the real sports fans will want to tune in today.
Right.
And I agree with that. But I'm saying overall, if you get people that now, just like what the music is going on, there's people that's against it, but people are making money now daily that don't even know how to make music. They're making money now. So now this is becoming the next big thing. Same thing could happen in sports. If they open it up like that, yeah, you got a line here of people our age and up or whatever that don't want that. But as the draw of making money now, creating an avatar and getting it in there, is that going to overwhelm the people that are diehard fans to where it just ends up going that way?
So and look, I'm not saying definitively no. I'm just saying I can't see it happen in the next 5 to 10 years.
I don't see it replacing the NFL.
I don't. The only way I see it replacing the NFL is if there is a cataclysmic event and you just don't have enough people to do it, right? But what I will say is, as an avenue or revenue generator, look, you got Prize Picks right now where you can go even in Georgia, home of the Bible Belt, where you can go every night and bet on something. So to Lamar's point, there is an element of that there. And from that perspective, I could see that. Where Eric and I agree with it, I just don't see it replacing the real thing.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I want to make sure that's clear. Debo and I weren't saying that we want this.
I don't think
I don't think either of y'all want it. I just don't see it replacing the NFL. I do think it'll happen. I do think they will have AI games and on a big level. But I still don't think it will replace live sports. I don't think it replaces baseball. I don't think it replaces football, basketball, soccer. I don't think it replaces the sport unless, like he said, something crazy happens.
Yeah, but, like if 2 million people were born tomorrow with only one arm, okay, right? Because that's going to affect future generations, and it's going to affect the ability to play sports. But outside of something cataclysmic like that happening, a part of sports that makes it so great is the human element, right? That's what makes it so great, is these are human beings out here doing things that most people cannot do. These are athletes that have trained for years to do it. Now, Lamar, I'm not going to say that it will never happen, because one thing about it, you can't stop progress, right? But what I am saying is you would have to get these people young. So the 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds now that all they do that are look at iPads, I could very much see them doing it because they've been integrated to technology from birth. It's been their babysitter in a lot of cases. It's been their nighttime lullaby in a lot of cases. So I can easily see that to them. But like I say, that's at least 30 years going forward. I don't know that how we interact with each other as human beings is going to evolve that much in 5 years. But guys, we got to get to the chat. So A1 says no. Mactown Dirty says no. Lisa Shepard says no. Jordan says, remember when Dre bought a virtual Eazy-E? Now imagine that projection tech 20 years from now with AI and with football. Okay, that's a good point. A1 Forever says that's BS. A1 Forever, you're losing the authenticity of making music, the art of feeling it in your soul. Artificial intelligence don't have a soul, and people put too much credit into technology. Lamar, I'll let you speak to that because that is a common opinion. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It happened. It happened. It's not what is it going to happen? It's now. So what I'm saying is, like, my favorite singer in the whole wide world was Luther Vandross. To me, there will never be another Luther Vandross. The way he sang his songs, hell, half my kids was made to his songs. So, so now if somebody's gonna come out with an artificial Luther Vandross, people are gonna buy it because it sounds like Luther, whatever. There's nothing I can do about it. They don't care that I feel this way about Luther or about other artists. They don't care. It's about the money. That's all it is. At the end of the day, it's about money.
You going to a AI Luther Vandross concert?
Well, he's dead now, but
I'm saying the AI concert.
I would not. But
exactly.
I mean, somebody.
But you would be you represent the sports fans in this. Exactly. You losing your sports fan. Now you may get a different kind of fan that enjoys AI, but I don't think that's the same fan.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point is none of us would be wanting to go see an AI football game or baseball game or whatever. But we're talking about the next generation. That's what people keep forgetting about. I'm not talking about us that we grew up on this or whatever. It's the people that don't really pay attention to it now. Some of them may not even be sports fans right now. But if they had an idea that I can make me an avatar, slap this guy up here and make some money on football and make it to the Super Bowl, make even more money, that's even more fans that's going to be watching sports now. The fans they can't get right now, they're going to have them. The techie people that don't want to watch sports, they got them now.
But most people become sports fans. It'd be like family tradition.
Yeah.
So how does the tradition get? But we passing that down. We not passing down AI.
Well, so and guys, we're at a good point here, right? Mm-hmm. Because exactly what you guys are saying is exactly what's going on. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, because I agree with Eric, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. And guys, we're all about the same age. We didn't take on everything that our parents passed down to us, right? Just like they didn't take on everything that their parents passed down to them. And our kids are definitely not going to take everything that we pass down to them, right? So I think that you're both right. I just don't think that that's going to happen in at least the next 30 years, because what I know I've passed down to my kids is the love of the human element. And I think Eric would say the same thing, right? Now, the other part of that is, and I'm playing devil's advocate, but let's say that right now, Eric, you can make $100,000.
Yes, sir, would pass that down.
You said what?
Sir would pass the AI down. Sir might watch the AI.
Yeah. So again, I don't think Mariah would do it. I don't think Zach would do it.
I mean, neither.
I think Maya would do it, because Maya is not passionate. The only reason Maya watches sports is because we do, right? but Maya's not. That's not her thing. So
I take that back. He wouldn't watch it. He would want to play it. He would want to create the avatar for
probably
but I don't think he would want to watch it.
He probably would, right? He probably would. Craig says, like watching football because I want history made just like the Falcons did 28-3. Craig, you wow. Jordan says, I'm getting paid? Shit, I'm about to sign a 10-year, $500 million deal to get me jumping over people backwards. Jordan says, I'm finna primetime high step after a Kirk Cousins pick six. Whatever, Jordan. Whatever. Nobody likes your Eagles, Jordan. Nobody but you. Ryan from the Birdcage says nope. Craig, Hall of Fame Trent Dilfer. There's an audience and money pool for everything, regardless of how we feel. Okay, so Craig agrees with you to a certain extent, Lamar.
Yeah, I was just saying, let's hope this ages well. Like, hopefully 5 years from now, when you'll play this video back and we'll be you guys will be 100%. Nobody's watching it, but I don't believe it, man. I done seen too many things change that I thought would never come about. And I'm still looking at like, who the hell is gonna do that? And they're doing it.
Hey man,
but they're still playing football.
We'll see. Well, here's the thing. Here's a feather in Lamar's cap. Now, Eric, I'm with you 100%. But here's a feather in Lamar's cap. Think of how much money the NFL would save if they could pull this off. They would go from making billions. They would go from making billions to trillions. Now, I honestly don't see it happening.
Oh, you losing the fans.
Well, you are, but what if you could make a whole lot more fans? Because
but you're gonna have AI fans too?
No, I don't know about that. You're not gonna have bots, but I'm saying if you can incentivize people, let's say you could be an average everyday mower, you can go from that and working your job to making $150,000 in a year if your team wins. You'd have a lot of incentivized people, right?
Do that with Madden.
I'm not saying it right. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm saying that's the incentive for them to do it, right? If the NFL could go from paying what they pay out now to paying 75% less than that, then their profits would go up 75%. It would
not if they're getting 75% less.
Hey, I'm giving you an incentive to do it. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I'm just giving you an incentive for them to do it, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, where's this revenue coming from when you losing fans?
Technology companies like Google and Microsoft and all of them.
They already there.
But they're not making avatars that you can create and interact with and put into the game. They're not running simulated games. You need their equipment or whatever to do it.
I'm not doing that. The sports fan ain't trying to do that.
I get, like I said, we not doing that. But we're talking
exactly. So you losing your fans.
But you're gaining a whole new group of fans that never existed.
They already there. They play Madden. Is Madden making this type of money? Madden's not making more than the NFL.
I don't know that Madden makes more than the NFL. I would say no.
Exactly.
But I would say, like I say, man, right now.
And then once you get past the point of that, okay, right now they could go make artificial intelligence players of all the players that's out there because we know those players. Once you don't have the players no more and they just start creating a player, who wants to watch that? We don't even, you're not even watching. They didn't recreate Bijan. They didn't, they created player one.
Yeah, like I said, I hope you're right, man. But I'm just saying, they think of everything. They'll figure it out. They'll figure out a way to do it. You have what you call them, singers and actors playing football.
I think it'll happen, but I think it's a whole different fan base, and I don't think it makes more than the NFL. Which I don't. That's why I don't think that it'll replace it. I think it will be there, I think they will have that. I think that they've already almost got it, and they just gonna put AI in Madden. But I don't think this is gonna replace the NFL. I think you messing with their money. It's just like you got all these tire companies out here that keep selling you tires because they don't fill the whole tire up and just put rubber all the way through it, so the tire never runs out. They can make that tire if they want to. Why would they do that when you're gonna keep coming back buying another tire? the gas powered vehicles, the electric, they're selling you stuff that you're gonna have to keep coming to get. They can make a car that run off water if they wanted to. They're not finna make that. They're finna lose all kind of money doing that.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Jordan says NFL at that point, Eric, would turn into WWE with fake storylines that would grab people.
That man, tell Jordan I don't talk to Saints fans.
I'm not gonna let you do my friend like that, Eric. A1 says 15.5 million a year fits with TPE. So Hawks just signed. Who did they sign? Let me go back. Hang on. They signed which is what's his full name? Jesus. Nikhil Alexander Walker, the Hawks signed him for a 4-year deal for $62 million, $15.5 million a year. So for those of you Hawks fans out there, hey man, I think it's a good deal. Well, hey guys, I just wanted to have a real quick conversation on it. This has been fun. We're not going to go too much longer than this because it's darn near dinner time for you, boy. So Lamar, hey man, as always, brother. For those of you who don't know Lamar is my very best friend. I've known this guy for 40 years. We met back in biology class when we did a rap on lipids, and I think my verse was fire. His was okay, all right, but my
I think I wrote both of them.
You did not write my verse, sir. You did not write my verse.
I think I wrote both verses.
You did not write. You wrote your verse. You wrote your verse. You did not write my verse. But whatever.
I'm gonna go see if I still got it.
Who wrote the intro to the show?
Me.
Lamar wrote.
Okay.
Lamar is clearly the musical talent. Okay, I'll give him that. Like, he does all my songs. He's the musical talent. But I wrote my verse. But we got an A on that. Didn't we? We got an A on that, did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Hey, we better hope Miss Bright or somebody ain't watching because we still talking Miss Bright. She just had a birthday too.
She did. She sure did. So hey man, to everybody, Jordan says T Will got ghostwriters. I do not, Jordan. I write all my material because if I'm gonna suck, it's gonna be my words that suck, not somebody else's.
Hey Terry, the next time y'all two get together, man, let me know so I can meet up with y'all somewhere. Because I've been dying to meet your brother in person. Man. All these years, I ain't even never met him in person. That's
you
crazy.
Met him one time. Yeah. I think you met him at Mariah's graduation, but it was a long time.
Yeah, that one time. Yeah.
Well,
hey, that's crazy, man. We gotta do something about that.
We definitely gotta do it, man. Matter of fact, I'll hit y'all. Eric just lives. Well, I can't talk about it.
Eric keep moving further and further out.
I can't talk about. So, well, first off, Eric does not live close, okay? But
I haven't moved out of Gwinnett the whole time. You live 2 feet away from Africa now.
I was about to say, every time I talk to Terry, I'll go to his house, visit him. Hey man, I'm about to come through. Well, I don't live there no more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he moved every 2 weeks.
Oh, stop it. It's at least 3 weeks, Eric. Stop it. Craig says T will pause. Jordan says if I'm gonna suck, it's gonna be my words that suck. Drake, circa 2014. Hey man, look, Jordan, whatever, man. That right there is why your Phillies suck, even though they're in first place. Well, hey man, Lamar. For those who don't know, Lamar is starting his own channel. Lamar, do me a favor, man. Drop the link in the chat here so people can see where they can come check you out. If you are an up and coming artist and you're trying to get some music made, hey man, Lamar can help you out. He's got his own channel with his own music. You can check him out. So if you get a chance, Lamar, go ahead and drop that in the chat for me, so people can know where they can go, come like, share, and subscribe with you. Those of you who know my brother know he's at every Falcons game. He is a diehard Falcons fan, and he typically tells me that when I ask him, if he wants, if if I want him to, whatever. He's at every Falcons game because he's not going to give you all of his info. He's just going to say you can find him at every Falcons game. Is that not right, Eric? Did I get that right?
In section 101.
There you go. In section 101. There you go. See, Big Brother got it right. Finally. Only took me about 15 shows, Eric. So, yeah. So, hey, man, to everybody who joined us in the chat, I cannot thank you guys enough. This was fun. This was an impromptu pop-up show. And, hey, man, you guys showed up and showed out. Thank you for your feedback and really appreciate it. If you get a chance, please like, share, and subscribe to For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Say again, that is For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. And, hey, man, like the video. We appreciate you for coming out. And Lamar, you got your
you caught me off guard, bro. You know I don't be doing this type of stuff, man.
Let me see if I can't find it. Because I think you sent it to me the other day. Let me see if I can't find it, and I'll drop it in there for you.
All right, appreciate
it. Did you send it to me?
It's still in the works, bro.
Okay.
But I mean, you can go ahead and put it out. Just excuse the construction.
Is it Ramel? What's the site exactly?
Bro.
Oh man. All right, man. I'll get it out. I'm sorry. I should have had this ready. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, buddy. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, he basically caught me in an argument about this AI stuff, and that's, we facing the world. And then Eric come on here and cook me.
Oh man.
That's what friends do.
I've been putting Lamar on the spot for years. What are you talking about? This is no different than we were in high school.
Oh, yeah, I think with my channel up, I'm gonna do a show for all those interested. If y'all want to come over and find out about Terry back in the day,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. No, sir, we are not doing that.
No, I'm gonna ask Debo. We're gonna come up with it. We're gonna get you.
No. All right. So I got the link here, guys. I'm gonna drop it in the channel. If you guys get a chance, go out and check out my guy Lamar. That's the link to his channel. If you get a chance, go check him out. Again, he does music, phenomenal job, does all my music, will continue to do all my music. And just number one is a phenomenal singer. A lot of people don't know that about him. A phenomenal singer, a phenomenal voice, and definitely a musical talent. Has been doing it for years. So if you get a chance, check him out. Anyway, guys, Eric, Lamar, thank you, brothers. I appreciate y'all joining me. Everyone in the chat, thank you. I want to thank God for, again, hey, giving me another day on this earth and just allowing me to do this, which is something that I love. Obviously, I want to thank Mr. Eric Parker, Mr. Jack Spade for giving me my shot in this business. And last but not least, I got to thank Mr. Lamar Johnson for doing my music. And I got to thank my partner, Mr. Debo Vibes, for always accompanying me and, hey, man, doing my shows with me. You guys have an amazing Monday. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Hey, you just watched another entertaining and interesting For My ATL Fans Sports 1 show. If you enjoyed the show, please let T-Will know by hitting the like, share, and subscribe buttons. T-Will would have brought you this message himself. This guy doesn't know how to keep it short and simple, not to mention that outrageous laugh. Anyway, tune in next time and have a great day. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.